What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. So today we are going to be fixing this longboard. As you can see, it is in two separate pieces. It is not supposed to be. So yeah, let me get right to the story of how this all happened. So my friend and I, we were longboarding down the bumpy roads of Norfolk, when all of a sudden my board stopped working. It looked like the battery was dead, which doesn't make any sense because of my calculations. It should have lasted up to 20 miles. And at that point, we have only gone 1 mile. Finally, after tearing my whole board apart, I found the problem. The wires for the battery had come apart. I fixed the issue for the time being, and we decided to head back home. Since I wanted to get back as fast as possible, I decided I would go supersonic on that boy. So we're heading back on this bumpy road going 120 miles an hour when all of a sudden I noticed this road has a random dip in the middle. I didn't think much of it because we rode across it previously. Well, let me tell you, that was a mistake. I hit that bump and was launched off my board. As I'm in the air, I hear a snapping noise. I hit the ground with only a scrape. I got up and turned around and saw that the board was snapped in 2 pieces. I cried for hours. I have had this board for 10 years at least. It was just a normal longboard at that point, and recently my friend bought a Meepo board, so I decided I would make mine electric because I got jealous. Well, bad idea to start with a 10-year-old board. By the time I put all this stuff together and bought the new deck, which you guys are gonna see, I should have just bought the short range Meepo board. So let's get right into the new deck and see what that's all about. So here we are. Just got the board in the mail, haven't even opened the package yet, and if there's one thing you should know about me, I love opening packages, and for me to wait to even record this is crazy. So let's get a knife and get this thing opened. All right, got our knife here, and let's get this board opened. Oh, look at that. One thing I didn't know is that it already comes with grip tape applied. Clear grip tape. I do have a roll of grip tape here that I bought because it did not look like this had grip tape on it. All the image showed was this bottom piece of the board. So yeah, let's get this thing unwrapped. Alright, so like I said earlier, if any of you are interested in building your own electric longboard, I would definitely suggest not to, unless you can find the parts for cheap. So these are the electric hub motors, and these are from a Meepo board, which is a really nice board, and it's very affordable. These alone cost me $100. Then we have 2 batteries in here. I think they're 4,400 milliamp hours each. And then we got the control panel. So these batteries I got for a steal. They were $35 a piece, so $70 here, and then another $80 for the control panel. So, I mean, all in all, with the boxes and everything, I spent about $350, and that's how much you can get a Meepo board for. So I would definitely suggest doing that. It saves you a lot of time, a lot of stress, and they're just built better. They're built better than what I can do on my own. Alright, so let's get this thing unwrapped. Ooh, I'm glad I went for this board. I love this board. It's just a blank bottom. Maybe I'll do something with that in the future. This thing is nice. And this was only $60 off Amazon. So I will definitely leave a link in the description for this if any of you guys do want to take the venture and build your own electric longboard. A lot of the steps I'll show you is basically the whole process of building your own longboard. So there are some issues that we need to fix with the wiring, and then just transferring everything over. So let's get to that. All right, so let's start by tearing this thing apart. As you can see, there's a bunch of tape on this container. That is because this top broke off. It's cheap plastic. It didn't work correctly. So let's take that off and you can see the batteries. All right, there we go. Let's also take the trucks off. As you can see, I have 2 spacers that I made out of aluminum composite that I had to use because otherwise these containers actually scraped on the ground. Alright, so now that we got those done, let's take off these containers. And then this is where the wires came apart here. This ground connection here, that totally disconnected. So we're gonna have to fix that. So we're probably gonna do some soldering to fix that issue. What I think I'm going to start off with is putting the trucks on both the sides, and then we'll figure out the best position for the containers, for the batteries and the controller board, and then we'll go from there. All right, there we go. We've got hub motors on and our front wheels on. Now we just got to figure out where all these are going. Let me see and place these in a couple different spots and see which one fits the best. So I think I've come to the conclusion that this will probably be the best way. Is same setup as last time, just this is a little bit of a smaller board, so battery compartment here, controller about here, and then run the wires to the batteries. So let's go get a drill and get that all set. There we go. So what I'm going to do this time around is I'm going to put some of this sound dampening foam in with the batteries so that they have a cushion so they don't bounce around. Alright, so I got that piece fixed. Now to just hook everything up and get this all taped and screwed back down. Alright, we got this all taped. Now let's get it back together. That is on secure. Yeah, this board went from like 2 pounds to 20 pounds quick. And I guess while we're putting this together, I might as well charge the board. So I'm gonna plug that in real quick. Oh, says it's fully charged. I guess that's pretty cool. There we go. Something's not working. Alright, figured out the problem. The positive lead became unattached, so I had to fix that too. Alright. Everything works great. So yeah, that's basically what it's like building a electric longboard. I hope you enjoyed the video. stay tuned for more. Me and my friend plan to go to Harbor Freight and buy one of their motors and see what we can do with it. I have a bunch of great ideas, so stay tuned.